Have you noticed it's getting harder to climb stairs, or maybe you feel a little unsteady when getting out of a chair? You might chalk it up to getting older, but here's something most people don't realize. Your legs are the very first part of your body to show signs of aging. Not your arms, not your back, your legs. And when they weaken, it's not just about a slower walk or occasional soreness, it's about freedom. The freedom to get around on your own, to stay independent, and to do the things you love without worrying about falling or relying on someone else. That's why leg strength is one of the most important parts of staying well as you age. And the good news, you're not helpless here. In fact, with just a few smart choices starting right in your kitchen, you can strengthen your legs, support your joints, and even feel more energized day to day. It all starts with what you eat. Food is more than just fuel, it's information for your body. The right foods can rebuild your muscles, reduce pain in your joints, and restore the confidence that comes with standing tall and steady on your own 2 feet. Imagine enjoying a warm, hearty breakfast of scrambled eggs and sautéed spinach, or a simple lunch of grilled salmon with a side of sweet potato. These aren't just delicious meals, they're small daily victories that fight weakness at its root. As we get older, our bodies naturally lose muscle. It's called sarcopenia, and it begins quietly around your 40s. Each year, a little more strength slips away, but it's your legs that feel it first. They're your largest muscles, and they work hard every single day. That means they're also the first to wear down when the right nutrition isn't there to support them. But you can change that. You can rebuild. You can even reverse some of that loss simply by eating the right foods and moving your body in gentle, thoughtful ways. Let's start with the first food your legs will thank you for: eggs. Now, I know eggs have been a breakfast staple for generations, but their benefits go far beyond tradition. Each egg is packed with high-quality protein, exactly what your muscles need to rebuild and stay strong, and they come with a bonus, vitamin D. That's important because vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, which is essential for keeping your bones dense and resilient. So whether you like them scrambled, boiled, or turned into a fluffy omelet with some veggies on the side, eggs are a powerhouse food for leg strength. Next, let's talk about salmon, or really any fatty fish like mackerel or sardines. These types of fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation. And if you've ever dealt with stiff knees or sore hips, you know how important that is. But there's something else too. Salmon is also rich in protein, making it a double win for both muscle and joint health. Try a simple baked salmon fillet with lemon and herbs for dinner, or a scoop of tuna salad on whole grain toast for lunch. It's a delicious way to feed your legs what they need. Now let's add Greek yogurt to your routine. Not only is it creamy and satisfying, but it's also packed with protein, especially if you choose the plain unsweetened kind. One serving can deliver 20 grams of protein plus a healthy dose of calcium to keep your bones strong. And if you're dealing with digestive issues, it can help with that too. The probiotics in yogurt support gut health, which in turn helps your body absorb nutrients more efficiently. A small bowl of Greek yogurt with some berries and a sprinkle of flaxseed makes a perfect snack or light breakfast. Speaking of powerful greens, spinach deserves a spotlight. This humble leafy green is loaded with magnesium and iron, two minerals that are essential for muscle function and circulation. Magnesium helps your muscles contract and relax smoothly, while iron keeps your blood rich with oxygen, fueling your muscles with the energy they need. If your legs feel heavy or tired, spinach might be just what you're missing. Toss it into a morning smoothie, stir it into scrambled eggs, or add it to soups and pastas. It's an easy way to sneak in some serious nourishment. And then there's quinoa. You might think of it as a grain, but it's actually a complete plant-based protein. That means it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to build and maintain muscle. It's also a great source of iron, just like spinach. If you're not eating meat every day, quinoa can help fill the gap. Use it as a base for a warm veggie bowl, or toss it with chopped herbs, olive oil, and lemon for a refreshing side dish. When it comes to fighting inflammation and nourishing your muscles, sweet potatoes are another hero on the list. Their vibrant orange color comes from beta-carotene, an antioxidant that helps reduce inflammation. But sweet potatoes are also packed with potassium, which supports healthy muscle contractions and prevents cramps. Roasted sweet potatoes with a drizzle of olive oil and a dash of cinnamon, that's not just comfort food, it's joint support on a plate. And don't forget about almonds. A small handful goes a long way. They're rich in magnesium, which again plays a key role in muscle strength and function. Magnesium also helps your body use calcium properly, creating a perfect partnership for bone and muscle health. Keep a small jar of almonds on the counter or in your bag. It's a snack that supports your legs, your heart, and your brain, all at once. Another powerful addition to your kitchen is turmeric. This golden spice has been used for centuries for its anti-inflammatory properties. The compound responsible for this magic is called curcumin, and it's been shown to reduce joint pain and stiffness in people with arthritis. Stir turmeric into soups, sprinkle it on roasted vegetables, or mix it into a cup of warm milk with a touch of honey for a soothing bedtime drink. It's a gentle but powerful way to fight inflammation from the inside out. You might not think of beans as a muscle food, but they absolutely are. Black beans, lentils, chickpeas, they're all packed with plant-based protein plus fiber to support digestive health. That matters more than you might think because a healthy gut helps your body actually use the nutrients you're giving it. Beans are also full of iron and potassium, which both support strong, energized muscles. Add them to soups, stews, salads, even just enjoy them as a simple side dish with some herbs and olive oil. And finally, beets. These beautiful red roots are often overlooked, but they're packed with nitrates, which help improve blood flow to your muscles. That means more oxygen, more energy, and better performance during everyday activities like walking, bending, or climbing stairs. If you've ever felt winded after a short walk, beets might be just the thing to help you recover your stamina. Roast them, slice them into salads, or blend them into smoothies with a touch of apple and ginger. They bring color to your plate and vitality to your legs. So now you know the 10 foods your legs have been quietly hoping for, but here's something just as important, what you do with those strong, nourished legs. Because food alone is powerful, but when paired with movement, that's where the real transformation begins. And I'm not talking about intense gym workouts or running marathons. No, this is about simple, kind movement, the kind that reminds your body it's still capable, still alive, still strong. Let's start with the basics. Walking, just a daily walk around the block or even down the hallway and back if you're indoors, helps your circulation, keeps your muscles engaged, and reminds your joints that they still have a purpose. Think of it as telling your legs, I still need you, and they'll respond. If walking feels too strenuous, try seated leg lifts. Sit tall in a sturdy chair and slowly lift one leg at a time, holding it for a few seconds before gently lowering it. This helps activate your quadriceps, the front of your thighs, which are essential for standing up, climbing stairs, and maintaining balance. Another small but mighty movement, heel raises. Stand behind a chair, lightly hold onto it, and slowly rise onto your toes, then lower back down. This strengthens your calves and ankles, which are often overlooked, yet so important for balance and stability. These tiny exercises may not feel dramatic at first, but they're doing deep, steady work in the background. The kind of work that prevents falls, the kind that gives you the confidence to say yes to that walk with your grandchild or that trip to the market without worry. And then there's stretching. Gentle stretching helps keep your joints loose and your muscles flexible. After sitting for a while, just take a moment to stretch your legs out in front of you, point and flex your toes, circle your ankles. These little motions help your body stay limber, which means less stiffness and fewer aches when you go about your day. What you put in your body and how you move it, those two things are always talking to each other. Think about it. When you eat foods rich in magnesium like spinach and almonds, your muscles respond better to movement. When you eat enough protein, your muscles recover faster after activity. It's like building a strong, supportive team inside your body, each part doing its job to help you feel better. Now let's talk about how to make all this easier to stick with. Because motivation can come and go, but habits are what carry us forward. And the secret to habits, especially in this stage of life, is to keep them small and satisfying. Start with one food a day from the list we talked about. Maybe it's a yogurt parfait in the morning or a cup of lentil soup for lunch. That's enough. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Just feed your body one healing food at a time. And the same goes for movement. Don't aim for an hour-long routine. Aim for 5 minutes of walking, or 5 minutes of chair stretches while the tea kettle is boiling. Build it into your day, like brushing your teeth or turning off the lights before bed. When it's simple, it sticks. There's something I want you to really hear. Leg weakness is not a life sentence. It's a message that your body is asking for support. And when you respond, when you give it that support, you begin to change the story. You begin to feel stronger, not just in your legs, but in your confidence. You stop dreading the stairs. You stop holding onto the wall when you walk across the room. You begin to move like yourself again. I remember a woman named Darlene who reached out after trying these changes. She said that after just a few weeks of adding Greek yogurt and quinoa to her meals, and doing gentle heel raises while brushing her teeth, she felt a lightness in her legs she hadn't felt in years. She said it was like waking up muscles I thought were gone forever. That's what this is about. Waking up parts of yourself that still have so much life left in them. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking decline is inevitable, that after a certain age, weakness is just the way it is. But I'm here to remind you that belief is a myth. Yes, aging brings changes, but that doesn't mean surrender. It means adaptation. And with the right nutrients and a little motion each day, you can absolutely reclaim strength and stability. Let's say you start your morning with a protein-rich breakfast. A hard-boiled egg, a slice of whole grain toast with a bit of avocado, and a small cup of berries. Right there, you've given your muscles fuel, your joints anti-inflammatory support, and your bones a touch of calcium. That's not just breakfast. That's healing on a plate. Then, after breakfast, while your coffee brews, you stand by the counter and do 5 gentle squats, not deep, not rushed. Just slow and steady. Maybe your knees creak a little. That's okay. That's your body remembering how to move. As the day goes on, you stay hydrated. Water matters more than you might think. Muscles need water to function properly, so does your digestion. And when digestion is smooth, nutrients are absorbed better. It all connects. For lunch, you might have a salad with spinach, beets, a handful of walnuts, and a scoop of quinoa tossed with olive oil and lemon. Simple, beautiful, full of life-giving nutrients. Maybe you end your day with a warm glass of golden milk. Turmeric stirred into almond milk with a touch of honey. It soothes inflammation and helps you wind down with something nourishing. This isn't a diet. It's a way of caring for your body like it deserves to be cared for, because your legs have carried you through a lifetime. Through jobs, through family gatherings, through weddings and vacations and long walks with loved ones. They have supported you in every season of life. Now it's time to support them back. And when you choose foods that feed your strength and movement that reminds your legs they still matter, something beautiful happens. You begin to feel less fragile and more grounded, less dependent and more in control. You remember what it feels like to trust your own body again. Your legs are not gone. They're just waiting for you to notice them, to nourish them, and to invite them back into the rhythm of your life. It's not too late. In fact, this might be the perfect time. When you give your body what it needs, it begins to surprise you. You might notice that you get up from your chair with a little more ease, that your knees don't ache quite as much at night, that taking a stroll feels more like a pleasure than a chore. These aren't small victories. These are the things that keep your life rich, full, and independent. And maybe even more important than what happens in your legs is what begins to happen in your mind. You start to believe in your body again. You trust your balance, your movement, your strength. That trust makes all the difference. Because when you trust your body, you start saying yes to things again. Yes to the garden, yes to the neighborhood walk, yes to dancing in the living room just because your favorite song came on the radio. Or you don't need to be perfect with this. You don't need to eat all 10 of those foods every single day. You don't need a rigid schedule or a drawer full of supplements. What you need is to listen to your body's whispers. Because long before your legs give out, they give you quiet signs. A little more stiffness here, a little more fatigue there. These are not warnings of failure. They're requests for care. Every time you choose a handful of almonds over a processed snack or stretch your legs before getting into bed, you're answering that request. You're saying, I hear you, I care, I'm not giving up on you. And your body listens right back. It responds with strength, with less inflammation, with better energy and fewer aches. Your body is always ready to meet you halfway, even after all these years. Maybe you've been told that getting older means slowing down, accepting pain, or learning to live with limitations, but that doesn't have to be your story. Not when there are so many natural, accessible ways to nourish the parts of you that matter most. Not when strength is still available, waiting quietly behind every smart meal and every simple movement. You may not realize it, but leg strength affects more than just walking. It affects your posture, your energy levels, your ability to sleep soundly and rise without groaning. It affects how deeply you breathe, how clearly you think, how connected you feel to your own body. That's why investing in your legs is really an investment in your whole self. Think of your legs like the roots of a tree, strong, steady, holding everything upright. When your roots are healthy, the rest of you can blossom. You move through your day with more ease. You reach for things. You lean into hugs. You live with less fear of falling or faltering, and that peace of mind ripples through every corner of your life. Maybe you've had a fall before. Maybe you've already felt that moment of panic, reaching for a railing, catching yourself just in time. That moment can leave a scar, not just physically, but emotionally. It makes you cautious, hesitant, can make you feel older than you are. But the beautiful thing is, confidence can return. It just takes intention, a bit of movement, the right nutrients, and a quiet belief that progress is still possible. The foods we've talked about aren't exotic or expensive. They're not part of some trend or miracle diet. They're simple, honest gifts from nature. Eggs, fish, greens, nuts, yogurt, beans. These are the building blocks of stability, of motion, of comfort in your own skin, and they're yours for the taking. Let this be a new chapter, not a decline, but a turning point. Maybe this is the season where you begin nourishing yourself in a way that honors all you've lived through, all the years your legs carried you, without asking for much in return. Maybe now you give something back. It's never too late to feel better, to feel steadier, to rise without holding on to the edge of the table, to bend down and pick something up without bracing yourself. These are quiet freedoms, and you deserve every single one of them. You don't need to accept weakness as your new normal. There's another way, a way that begins with curiosity instead of fear, with action instead of resignation. You have choices, and each one matters. The way you fill your plate, the way you move your feet, the way you speak to your body in thought and habit. And if you ever feel like it's too far gone, remember this. Your muscles are never too old to grow stronger. Your joints are never too far gone to feel some relief. Your body, even now, is capable of healing, of growing, of supporting you as you move forward into the life you still want to live. So start today. Take one small step. Add one new food to your routine. Try one gentle exercise. Trust the process, even if the changes feel small at first, because small steps are how you climb mountains. They're how you return to yourself, one steady moment at a time. And through it all, be kind to yourself. You don't have to do this perfectly. You only have to begin. Because your legs are not gone. They are still here, still waiting to be nourished, still carrying you forward. You are not fading. You are adapting. You are rediscovering your strength. And that, my friend, is the most powerful kind of aging there is.